How'd you characterize kind of the overall vibe of the teams and what you would expect from a team that's lost a couple in a row, or maybe not?
Yeah, I mean, guys aren't happy. I think we're frustrated. We expect more from ourselves, and to me, that's good. You guys shouldn't be happy. I think the reaction of the group has been what I expected. We haven't gotten the whole group out today. Obviously, if you guys were doing the regen and the other group that's going to play Open Cup was doing that, so I'm sure there'll be a moment to, as ourselves as players, get together and talk about things, because it's an experienced group, so it shouldn't be happening. I can lose. We can all lose. We've all lost. We're not going to win every game. But it's really how you lose, what you didn't do, what you showed or didn't show that I think puts a bad taste in people's mouths.
Sure. Having Clint come back, what kind of impact does that have, not just on the field, but in the locker room and in the whole vibe of the group and everything else?
Well, I think more than anything, because there's a player right now who's beaming with confidence. The one thing I think Siggy touched upon that he's absolutely right. Goals don't go in, wins don't go your way. You start lacking confidence. It's normal. It's natural. So when you bring a player that just oozes that right now at the moment, that can only be a plus for you.
Sure. And some guys step into that leading role and kind of putting the team on their back, that kind of idea a little more than others. Is Clint one of those guys? Can he come in and maybe get those goals and drag the team forward?
There's not one player that can put a team on his back, and I think that was evident last night. So it's going to take a group effort. Clint's one of the many pieces and pugs that we have here that's very capable of doing things, but it's unfair to him and it's unfair to the group to say it's one guy has to put the team on his back. What's very clear is we each have to pull our weight. That's more than obvious to me. I think for me, this is a big chance for a lot of guys. I think the door was left open for next week's league lineup to be whatever you make it. So if you show well, you can stake claim, and I think that's a big motivator. Look, times are tough, but it's an unbalanced schedule, and it's the MLS, so there's still plenty of time. So we're by no means out of this.
And with that, tomorrow's an opportunity for the team to get back on the winning track. How important is that for the team to get that goal? I mean, the win and get back.
Yeah, it's important because it's a chance to win a trophy, first and foremost. At the end of the day, goals and all this is great, but the only stat that matters is wins and trophies. You come to the end of your career and it's going to be like, okay, how many finals did you get to? How many championships did you win? And this is another opportunity. This is what we play for. We don't play for a set amount of goals at the end of the season or a set amount of games won at the end of the season or assists. You play for a championship. This is a very good opportunity in a tournament that the Sounders are very well known in. And if I'm being honest, it's going to be a very good test. Salt Lake rested all their players, so it's going to be a full squad for them. So that excites me.
In your experience, do you think form from Open Cup can kind of transfer over to league play, and do you think you guys could get a boost from that if you do have a good showing?
Absolutely. It doesn't matter if it's Open Cup. It doesn't matter if it's video games. If you're accustomed to winning, that translates. Winning has to be a habit for us. Even when we don't play well, it still has to be a habit for us. We still have to grind out results. So I don't care what it's in. It's Open Cup. It's a great chance for us because, like I said, it's a trophy. But it's also an opportunity because this is still the Sounders you're representing. This is still an opportunity for yourself. You want to get league games. You want to get in the lineups. You want to do well. This is our livelihood. This is a job for us. You guys have expectations. We have expectations as well. So I know that the guys realize that and hold themselves accountable. So we're excited for an opportunity.
And you could see on Saturday just how badly Nelson wanted to get that breakthrough and how he's kind of struggling right now. As a fellow goal scorer, can you emphasize with where he's at, just trying to break through and kind of get over that drought?
Yeah, I mean, look, I've played that position my whole life, and sometimes you're doing everything and the ball doesn't go in, and other times you're just doing the same things and everything goes in. You have those moments, and I'm sure Nelson understands it. The only thing is he's in a position where everything's very transparent from everything, salary, where you come from, expectations. So he's got a lot more pressure than probably anybody else does on this team. And I read these comments, and I listen. I love Eddie, but I don't understand it. Eddie was at Fulham. I'm sure a lot of people felt the same way there, and he comes here, and he got a short end of a stick here, but I don't think anybody would have said it was unfair, you know, how he got here and what he got. Eddie's a great professional, and for me to see another colleague kind of turn on a former colleague like that, it's strange because we've all been there, you know. Nelson's one of the most professional players on the team. If anybody wants to win more than anything, it's Nelson. I'm sure if you ask Nelson, what would you rather have, hat trick and you lose 4-3, or 1-0 win and, you know, he doesn't score, he'd say the win. That's the type of guy he is. He's an ultimate team first type of guy. He works his ass off. In my experience in this league, DPs come here and they take the piss at times. He's not one of those guys. He's very professional. He holds himself very accountable for. He's been very unlucky. But let's be honest, he plays a position right now it's going to be hard for him. Jordan's playing very well in that central position. At times we don't play to cater a system or a player like Nelson. It's just a reality of things. It's a combination of things. Is he a good player? Absolutely. Can he help us? Absolutely. But it doesn't all fall on him. We need to be there for him as well. So it's a frustrating topic for me on many levels because I've been that player in that moment. So, you know, it is what it is, and I'm hoping it turns around not only for him but for us.